So I'm going to, hi, welcome to the, let's see, May 28th Race for Fitness call. Rhonda is off in Arizona house hunting. So Heather and I'm Alexis, if you don't know me, are going to sort of moderate tonight, and just going to be really a casual meeting. Last call of the month, Rhonda always likes to share or talk about goals and set some dates to our goals for next month. So we're going to talk a lot about the groups we have coming up, and then Heather was going to share some ideas for new coaches, just some recaps of probably some things you've learned in some of the coach basics and just some of your resources and all these calls that you should be tuning into, and then we'll just have kind of a question and answer kind of thing. So, I'll unmute everybody. I think I have the power to do that apparently, but, once we're done with all that, you guys can just ask away if you have anything. So, first I'm going to talk about some of the dates for the June challenge groups. And these are all Rhonda's dates that Rhonda wants to do some certain groups. You guys can run them differently. These are just dates that Rhonda specifically is planning to do groups. So if you want to jump in a group with her, have at it. These are the dates that are that she's going to do. So obviously June 1st, that's coming up quick. That's Monday. We've got a couple of things starting. Our Drop It Like It's Hot group. For those of you that may not know yet, we're trying out a new format. This is Heather Gibson's baby. She kind of came up with some awesome idea about doing a challenge group where we include people who aren't necessarily Beachbody clients, and all of the participants have to pay a registration fee, and then that registration fee is all going into a cash pot, and the top two winners, sort of like Biggest Loser, get to split the pot. So we think it's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna run it a little bit differently. So we're fingers crossed it's going to be kind of a fun thing that we can keep doing. Rhonda and I were talking about it the other day, and she was saying it'd be an awesome one to do around the holidays. That would be a really good one, an idea if this does work out. So hopefully something we can keep doing. Also, I know Holly and JoJo are running their sugar, Kick the Sugar group starting June 1st also. I think there's a bunch of people in there. So definitely reach out to them if you're interested in that. So those are two on June 1st. And then we've got the sneak peek group, I guess, that started yesterday. So it's that's probably a little too late for that one. Let's see. And then the next groups that Rhonda was thinking about is waiting until the 15th to do another 21-day fix group. In the past, we've done, the clean eating group and then jump right into the 21-day fix, but finding that it's a lot easier to kind of have a little bit of space in there so that you can have time to talk to your customers about transitioning into another group. So Rhonda's definitely planning on doing a 21-day fix group starting June 15th, and the hope is that there'll be enough time that everybody from those clean eating groups can have their stuff and be ready to start day one on the 15th, because then that gets them finished with day 21 pretty much July 4th-ish, really close to there, like in that weekend. So so that might be good timing for that. So 21-day fix June 15th through early July. And then another sneak peek coach group. So the 3-day open house for anyone who's interested in becoming a coach, who is just signing as a new coach and just wants to have the idea of what we're doing. Even discount coaches that you have already that want to get some ideas of what the opportunity is if they decide to work the business. June 22nd through the 24th. And I don't remember what day of the week that is. And she usually does those Wednesdays through Fridays. Is that the same? Is that Wednesday through Friday? Okay. And then another 21-day fixed group on June 29th. So there's a lot of options this month. So Rhonda's going to start that one, also the 29th. So a lot of options if you want to get into a 21-day fix, or if people are sort of on the fence, you still have till later in the month. so those are the main groups. I don't know if anyone else has any that they wanted to announce or that they're doing. Raise your hand if you do. No? Okay. So those are the main groups. So, and Rhonda always says, those are open to anyone. She's going to be doing those. So if you want the support, if you're a new coach, those are great ones to jump into. You could even, if you're not quite ready to get clients in them, be a fly on the wall in the groups and just see how they're run and get some ideas that way. Some of the tips for groups for the new coaches out there is, making sure you're putting out the word a couple weeks early, because people do take a long time to get on board. They're going to be super excited about it and then wait till the last minute oftentimes. So getting the word out there early, at least a couple weeks before the start date, is a good time to shoot for. Also, follow up. So you're going to get a lot of those people that, like I said, get really excited, say, I'm interested, send me info. You send them all the info. Not even necessarily the price or anything. You just send them the details of the group, and then you don't hear anything back. And a lot of times it's that we're just busy. I'm sure you guys have been through it too. I know I miss emails all the time. So, don't think that just because you don't hear back, that's because they're not interested. So, making sure to follow up with everybody. And then towards the, getting closer to the group is following up and making sure they know that it's a limited time. There's space limited. Saying I only have 3 spots left, things like that will help kind of motivate people to get their booties moving and get signed up. So those are the main things. Rhonda also wanted me to point out that in the files group, in our Race for Fitness group, be sure to use that as a resource. There are a ton of sample emails to send to customers about challenge groups, welcoming them to the team if they're new coaches, or or even just like follow-up letters, those kind of things. So look in there. There's a ton of files that have been uploaded by Rhonda and by other coaches of some examples you can copy and paste and put them into your own voice and send those to customers, so you don't have to recreate the wheel every time. So I'm going to kick it over to Heather for some more info.
Thank you, Alexis. All right, so Alexis and I were talking about a few items that we thought we might share. So obviously dates are important of upcoming groups. What I thought would be helpful is just a recap of all the calls we have, mainly because I get overwhelmed. I'm like, what day, what call am I supposed to be on, etc. And the cool thing is you don't have to be on calls. You can listen to the recordings, but I thought I would recap those. So on Monday, there are 2 calls. So the National Wake Up Call is live, if you ever want to listen to it live, at 10 o'clock Central. So I always say Central Times because that's where I am. So the National Wake Up Call, 10 o'clock Central. You can always grab the recording from your back office underneath news and training. I think it's under, I should have wrote down what it's under, but it is underneath there. And there's also a phone call or a number that you can dial in and listen to it at any time as well. And I know Alexis, I think, uses the podcast to listen to those. And Holly's shaking her head yes too. So I know you can listen to past calls there too. So there's a few ways to get to it. It's very important. I usually listen to the recording Monday night right after the Fit and Funky call. So that's the second call that we have as a team. And Fit and Funky is obviously our bigger team, and Danielle leads those and usually has some awesome speakers like Holly, who spoke this past Monday and did amazing. That was the first call I listened to this week. So that was Monday night. So a lot of good info and tips on those calls. And again, Holly, I'm giving you props again because I was like crying during yours this week. You did so good. So those are 2 on Monday, and then obviously this one on Thursday at 30 Central. So, and this one's just maybe a little bit smaller group, obviously, for Rhonda's team. And then any of us who have coaches, we try to get everybody on here and collaborate and make sure that we're all on the same page and helping each other out. So those are the 3 calls. Now, a lot of times, Rhonda will offer to do various calls throughout the week if people want to meet with her. I know I try for my coaches. I'm sure Alexis may as well, and other people that have coaches. I'm sure you guys are always like, let me know if you need help. So, but there are other opportunities for calls too, but those 3 are the big ones. The only other thing I had written down to kind of share is, and you'll hear Danielle say this a lot, especially in the Fit and Funky, and it was mentioned on this Monday's call too, is really just using the resources that you have available to you to help you grow your business. So just reminder that you are your own CEO. So I remind myself that a lot, especially when I'm not reaching out to as many people or getting the results that I want with my business. It's my own fault. So I either have to share more, learn more, invite more, focus on personal development more. I can tell when I'm not doing certain things, and it's me, it's not Rhonda's fault. Or if I'm not looking up things to make myself better. So I use a lot of the Platinum Presenters, if you guys are aware of that. We can post the link. I'm sure it's been posted somewhere in Rhonda's group, but a lot of great information tools there. In the back office, all the tools that we have there, all the videos, the training items, the FAQ. I use that all the time. Even used it today, actually, on our sneak peek. Somebody asked about a pro team. I didn't even know what that was. So I Google searched what pro team was to try to help answer somebody's question. So, and I actually didn't answer it yet. I need to do that. But so I guess just a reminder to make sure that you're using those tools. YouTube, another one, just all you have to do is search for whatever you're looking for, whether it's just motivational items for you on how to be better at motivating people or how to be better with sales. Instagram. I never used Instagram in my life, and I felt like a weirdo when I signed up. So, but now I have over 300 followers, so which isn't that much if you compare to Rhonda's like millions. But I mean, I started out with 10, so I'm happy with that. But I definitely use that for Instagram because I had no clue what a hashtag was. I thought it was a joke, but it really is something that people use. So I had those items. I'm trying to think. Alexis, as you drink your water, what number is that? How many rubber bands have you moved up?
I forgot to move one. I'm actually out. This is my last one. Almost a gallon.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that covers everything. I mean, that was going to be pretty much everything. Just using your resources. Google is everything. I mean, that's where. Seriously, if a coach messages me with a question, probably 3 out of 5 times I Google it because I don't know all the answers right off the top of my head either. So Google usually is my first place to go. The FAQ, I use it a lot. I just find it gives kind of basic answers, and I usually want more detail. So I go to Google to find like the coach video that's about it. So that's going to be definitely your friend. So that's the key, and I love all those call ideas too. So I don't know that we have many new coaches on here, but are there any questions from anyone? Raise your hand, and if you can't unmute, I'll make sure to unmute you. Anyone? Christy, can you unmute? I think.
Hello?
Oh, did I mute you? I remuted you. Okay, now you're good.
Okay. I was just wondering if we could do like a Google Calendar for all the dates. I tried to write them down, but I know sometimes they get a little, either I write them down wrong or I get confused, and then people are adding groups, and I think it's all so helpful. So I'm just wondering if we could have like a shared Google Calendar or something that would help us keep all the dates straight.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To Google Documents, is it just a calendar view?
I think so. I don't have Gmail. My kid's school uses it, and I don't have Gmail, but I can access it, and it's super helpful. So I don't know how to make it happen. I just know it's really good. And a good idea for us.
Okay, I can look at that tonight since I'm a Google document.
I don't think you have to have a Gmail account to do it. I know I've done it with friends who were renting a condo together, and we could all put our names on the same calendar. So I think you just have to get access to one. Someone has to have access to Gmail through Gmail, and then you give them access with their email, I believe. You have Gmail, Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can look at that. That's a good idea. I think it's worth looking at, totally. That way everyone can put different groups, and then you can have a chance to jump in other people's groups if you have people at different times. So I think that's good.
Well, and the other thing you can do is send meeting invites. So like for this call, for example, I could send all my coaches a meeting invite from this date, and it would populate their calendar so they won't forget it. So all of the, like, when we do the 20-day groups, or we have clean eating groups, or we have the coach basics group, we could just send meeting invites, and it will just automatically populate people's calendars so that they know when it's coming.
Okay. All right, I'll look at that. Unless, Tanya, were you going to comment?
No, I was going to say, it's like when you just go on Google, it's one of the apps there. So if you're on Google and you click it, it comes with maps and email and all that will pop up, and you'll see the calendar.
Okay.
Good idea. Anyone else? I can't see Angela or Laura's hands waving, so you have to, here, let me just unmute everybody. I think I can do that somewhere, somehow. Laura and Angela are unmuted. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. Does anyone have or know of like clean eating groups in June?
Other than that one that's starting on the 1st, I haven't heard of any. But those are, pretty easy to pull together. So the group on the 15th is the 21-day fix. I mean, starting one on the 15th would be another good target date if you're going to jump into that June 29th, 21-day fix with Rhonda. So doing it about 2 weeks in advance might be a good idea. So, I mean, we could even throw that date out there as a possibility for a clean eating group. Would that be something that would work for you, Tanya?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I can put that.
Like I said, I talked to those, so I don't know if anyone knows of any that are already out there. I'm fine with just joining.
Yeah, just the one on the 1st through the 5th, the one that's coming up on Monday. Okay. That's well, it's essentially clean eating, but they're focusing on kicking the sugar. So essentially clean eating. So that's that June 1st through the 5th that Holly. Did Holly disappear? Holly, where'd you go? That Holly and JoJo are doing with several other coaches. So that would be one that is good, an easy one to jump into. And so if you ever want to jump into a group that you're not sure about when it is or whatever, a great way to do it, and I'm sure you know this, is just post in the Race for Fitness group and just say, hey, who's doing the clean eating group? Make me admin. I have people to add. And usually, I know someone did that today, and I just tagged JoJo in it so that she could see that they were looking to be added. So someone will always jump in and add you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
How about anyone else? No? Are we all good? If we're all good, then we can go get back to work or our families or wherever. And Christy, you can go to bed. Awesome. Well, I'm good. I think we could call it the meeting adjourned then. Heather, is that good for you?
I thought we could just talk for a few minutes. I'm just teasing.
Can we do our Brady Bunch thing? Here's the story. I've always wanted to do that on these calls. Yeah, we all have to start looking around and we're looking at each other. Except I don't know where you are on my screen. I just see you below me. Sorry. That's just one of my dreams on these calls. Someday. Sorry, Rhonda. I'm all business. So, all right, ladies. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being on. And if you want to hang up, go for it. If not, we're going to sit and sing Brady Bunch. All right. Stacey, don't crash.
Thanks, guys.
No Zoom calling and driving. Good night.
Bye.
Good job, Alexis.
Thanks. Thanks for your help. You too.
Yeah, good job, ladies.
All right.
Good job, Stace. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.